Welcome to the my channel Maths classes 10th class Maths classes class 7. I already uploaded 6 videos in the YouTube. If you visit my channel first time, please do subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get more updates about my videos. Like it and share it to your friends. So if you want watch my previous videos, I will give links in the description box. Let's go to the topic. I'm going to explain a concept. Suppose I take 625 divided by 5. So it is divisible by 5. Why? Because it ends with 5. 625 I can write 25 square, and 25 also divided by 5. Now one more example. 81 is divided by 3. 81 I can write 9 square. So 9 also divisible by 3. So 81 is divisible by 3. So 9 also divisible by 3. So the root of the 81 is a perfect square. The root of the 81 is 9. 9 also divisible by 3. So now one more example. 64 is divided by 2. It is divisible or not? Yes, it is divisible by 2. 64 I can write 8 square. 8 also divisible by 2. So suppose the square, perfect square, I will take a and divisible by a number p. If it divides, it is divisible by p, and a also divisible by p. So p divides the a square, then a also divisible by p. So there is a one theorem, that is 1.6. Let p be a prime number. What is that? P is a prime number if p divides a square. In previous example also I took all prime numbers only. So and I take perfect squares. So if p divides a square where a is a positive integer, then p divides a. Understood? This is related to previous example. Now here we have do this problem. Verify the statement. Prove above for p is equal to 5 and for a square is equal to 1, 4, 9, 25, 36, 49, 64 and 81. Let's solve this problem. Solution. A square p divides a square p divides a. So what are he has given? A square 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64 and 81. So what are the square root of this? Square root of 1 is 1, square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3, square root of 16 is 4, square root of 25 is 5, square root of 36 is 6, square root of 49 is 7, square root of 84 is 64 is 8. Square root of 81 is 9. 81 is 9. So here we need one more column, that is P. P is equal to 2. P is equal to 2. So here I want take 2. 2 is divisible by 1? No, it is not possible to do division. So that is no. P also no. So next 2. A square. A square is 4. 4 is divisible by 2? Yes. And A is 2. 2 is divisible by 2? Yes. So 2. 9 is divisible by is 9 is divisible by 2? No. 3? No. 2. 16 is divisible by 2. So you write here yes. 4 also divisible by 2. Yes. 2. 25 is not divisible by 2. So write no. So here 5 also not divisible. So 2. 36 is divisible by 2. Yes. Is it divisible by 6? Is 6 is divisible by 2? Yes. So is 29 is divisible by 2? No. Is 7 is divisible by 2? No. Is 64 is divisible by 2? Yes. Is 8 divisible by 2? Yes. So 81 is 81 divisible by 2? No. Is 9 divisible by 2? No. So you can observe that theorem. One more pattern also is given. One more p value also given. You have to find that a square and p is equal to 5, and p divides a square, p divides a. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 64, 49, 64, 81. These are numbers. So square roots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So 5. Is 1 divisible by 5? No. Here also no. So 5. Is 4 is divisible by 5? No. Is 2 divisible by 5? No. 5. Is 9 divisible by 5? No. Is 3 divisible by 5? No. Is 16 divisible by 5? No. Is 4 is divisible by 5? No. Is 25 is divisible by 5? Yes. Is 5 is divisible by 5? Yes. Is 36 divisible by 5? No. Is 6 is divisible by 5? No. Is 49 divisible by 5? No. Is 7 is divisible by 5? No. 64 is 64 divisible by 5? No. Is 8 divisible by 5? No. Is 81 divisible by 5? No. Is 9 divisible by 5? No. This is the problem. Once we remember what is the definition of real numbers, which is collection of rational and irrational numbers. In previous exercises, we solve the problems on rational number. Now we are going to solve the problems on irrational numbers. So exercise 4.1.4 is on totally irrational numbers only. So let's go to the let's start the exercise 1.4. Exercise 1.4, first bit, prove that the following are irrational. The first question is 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2. So exercise 1.4, first bit, first problem, 1 by root 2. Once I remember, this exercise is very important. You may get 4 mark question from this exercise. So you have to listen carefully. You have to practice seriously. So solution. So what he is asking, we have to show the irrational number, but we have to assume that it is a rational number. Let us assume the contrary that 1 by root 2 is rational. What I am saying? So 1 by root 2 is rational. So what is the definition of rational number? A number can be expressed in the form of p by q. Q does not equal to 0. So here exists one p by q form number. We know that. We can find co-prime A and B. Co-prime A and B. B does not equal to 0 such that 1 by root 2 is equal to A by B. We get 1 by root 2 is equal to A by B. So you have to bring this, transpose this side. 1 into B is equal to A into root 2. A into root 2. Now B is equal to A root 2. B is equal to A root 2. So A bring this side. Root 2 is equal to B by A. So here A and B are integer. So it is a P by Q form. So it is a rational number. So it is equal to root 2. In this problem, root 2 also, here we can say root 2 also rational number. But we know that root 2 is a irrational number. It is contradict that fact. What is the fact? Root 2 is a irrational number. Since A and B are integers A integers B by A is rational and so root 2 is rational. So from above equation, but this contradicts the fact that, what is the fact? Root 2 is irrational. So our assumption is wrong. So we conclude that root 2 is irrational. Root 2 is irrational. This is the solution of first problem. So second problem, root 3 plus root 5. You can solve yourself. So why? Because the same problem has same like this problem we have in example also. Once you observe that example problem and you can solve this problem. So now I am going to solve fourth problem, which is root 5. So let us assume root 5 is rational. Root 5 is rational. If it is a rational, there must be exist two integers, which is A and B, which are co-primes. Co-prime means there is no common factor for both numbers, which are called co-primes. Understood? We can find co-prime A and B. Co-prime A and B. B does not equal to 0, such that root 5 is equal to A by B. So now keep 1 and B being this side, root 5 into B, root 5B is equal to 1 into A. So now squaring on both sides. Now squaring on both sides. What we have left hand side, root 5b whole square is equal to a square. This square belongs to root 5 and b. root 5 square means square and root is cancelled. We get 5. B square means B square. It is equal to A square. So here A in previously we read what we read. So A square is a multiple of 5. Why? Because the product of 5 and B is equal to B square is equal to A square. So A square should be multiple of 5. So which is divisible by 5. Which is divisible by 5. That means 5 divides A square. 5 divides A square. So A square is a 5 multiple. Why? Because the product of 5 and B square is equal to A square. So the 5 divides, therefore 5 divides A square, and it also divides A. So why I am saying A also, if I also divides A, it also divides A. Why? So in previous we learned in a theorem what it says, P divides A square, then it is P also divides the A. So here 5 divides the A square, then 5 divides the A also. So we can write, A is equal to 5C. Why? Because it is a 5 multiple, then only it is divisible by 5, then only it is divides the A, some integer. What happened? Some integer. So now submitting for A, substituting for A in above equation, we get what we get. So 5B square is equal to, instead of A, what you write? 5C square. 5B square is equal to 25C square. This square belongs to 5 and C. 5 ones are 5 5s are. Okay, B square is equal to 5C square. So B square also product of 5 and C square. So it is a multiple of 5. Yes. So therefore 5 divides B square. It is also divides B. So that means therefore both A and B have 5 as common factor. factor. But what we are saying in starting, A and B are co-prime. Co-prime means there is no common factor for A and B. So, but this is this contradiction has arisen because of our assumption wrong. Assumption that root 5 is rational. This assumption raised just because we assumed root 5 is a rational. We conclude that therefore we conclude that root 5 is an irrational. This is the solution of fourth problem. Fifth problem, 3 plus 2 root 5. Before going to do this problem, you have to observe the previous example problems in your textbook. You can solve this problem easily. Now I am going to teach you second bit, that is prove that root p plus root q is irrational where p comma q are primes. Given solution, given p comma q are primes, hence root p and root q are irrational. Now root p plus root q is equal sum of two irrational numbers. Sum of irrational numbers is equal, it is also an irrational number. Sum of two irrational number is also irrational number. Hence prove. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment box. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe my channel and share to your friends.